Hey everybody, Reed Price here. We're at Power Up Games. I want to tell you guys what's coming out next. We got a big one coming out May 19th. I'm thoroughly excited for this one. It is LA Noire coming out for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. This game is looking amazing. They got this facial recognition system that is just blowing my mind. There's lots of videos online where you can see the actors actually acting out their scenes and it transferring into 3D almost flawlessly. It is amazing technology that they're putting into this game. You're going to see incredible performances. It's really the cinematics on this and the presentation is going to be really close to what you'd see in a Hollywood movie these days. We're really starting to blur the line with the production value here. Now, on top of how amazing all the characters look and their performances and the environment, you're being taken back to 1920s LA. And you play a police officer there, and your whole job is going to be to rise up through the rankings. You just got back from the war, you're a war hero, and you got to solve crimes. You're going to be in fights, you're going to be in shootouts, you're going to be in car chases, you're going to be doing investigations and finding little pieces of information. You're going to be conducting interviews, trying to find leads, and all these things are going to take you down different avenues. And the game's bringing together a lot of different elements. And I can't wait to see how good they're going to do this. This is Rockstar and Team Bondi putting this one together. And I got a feeling that this game's going to top Red Dead Redemption, believe it or not. It just looks so compelling and really something special, this game. Make sure you check it out. May 19th, it's coming out for Xbox 360 and the PS3. I'm talking about LA Noire. Alright, I want to tell you about what's going on in the world of gaming right now. I know I got a smile on my face, but I'm not very happy with what's been happening with the PlayStation Network. As we all know, it's been down for over 2 weeks now. Unbelievable. They had a breach, a security breach. It hasn't been identified who has hacked the system, but potentially millions of PSN users' information has been essentially hijacked. And if you're a PSN user, as soon as you can get back online, you're definitely going to want to change your password to protect yourself as much as possible. Keep a close look on your credit card accounts and things of that nature, because some ugly stuff is happening here. And we're hoping that Sony, they've been quite the process to kind of cover themselves up. This has been a huge black eye for them. Actually, really more like 2 black eyes. It's been such a blow to these guys. Let's see if they can get things up and running soon, get security in place that needs to be put in place. But the real thing to think about here is this is a huge security breach. This is public people's information that's been taken from a credible source that we essentially blindly trusted. So what should we demand as people, as the public, and what should Congress do? What should our Canadian government do? Should people be refunded a certain amount for this information being stolen, the service being down? Things like that have to be answered, and they need to be taken care of, and of course steps need to be taken so that stuff like this doesn't happen on such a massive scale again, because this is serious business. Now, more to the kind of lighter side of this, we got gamers that are just simply ticked off that they can't play their games online. And I'm with them, but we can survive with not having video games for a couple weeks. Online video games. Well, maybe some of you can, but it's been tough. And this situation's kind of been... Xbox 360 fanboys must be just loving this because they pay for their service. They talk about how great it is. I'd be really interested to see what would happen if this sort of security breach happened to Xbox 360 and Microsoft. People pay for that service. Would they be demanding money? Would Microsoft be paying out money to people for this? How would it be handled? I'm really not sure, but I bet you there'd be way more of an uproar if this was for a Microsoft service. That being said, it's not. It's Sony, and this is a free service, even though we pay more for the system. But we're kind of left in the dark here. We took a while to find out about this security breach and the hack, and Sony's really got to cover up their tracks here in a smart way to sort of redeem themselves, because I'm sure that there's millions of people out there who've kind of lost trust in them. So are they going to recover their reputation? Probably. Gamers are going to hop back online and get playing again, and this will be smoothed over, and as soon as the system's back online, we'll be playing games again, and it'll be kind of forgotten about for the majority of gamers. But this is a huge thing that happened here, and Sony better cover their butts, really, and make sure that something like this doesn't happen again. And if they don't, they're going to see a decline everywhere, because this is some serious business. So Sony, I love you, but Let's get it together. I've been rekindling my love for the Nintendo DS lately. I'm playing one of my favorite games for that system, one of my best experiences on that little handheld. I'm talking about Cave Story. People, I'm telling you, if you haven't heard about this game yet, you need to check it out. It was first released in 2004 for free on the computer. Then it was released for the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS. For about 10 bucks each, you can get this game. And I believe it belongs on a handheld system. This game is a side scroller. It's got your traditional graphics, and the most amazing part of this is not only is it an amazing game, it was made by one guy, Daisuke Amaya. He did the sound, he did the programming, he did the music, the art, the animation, everything. Absolutely incredible. And once you get into this game, you'll realize that it's not just a typical side scroller. There's some depth and some real intelligent design to this, particularly in your weapons. You can upgrade your weapons constantly by defeating your enemies. They'll spout out little diamonds, and you can upgrade, and you can use different weapons for different enemies strategically, and a compelling story. And Cave Story is just going to suck you in from the start. If you want to check it out on the PC first, I suggest you do that because it's free. But if you really want a nice handheld experience, get it for the Nintendo DS. This game is a gem. Alright folks, we're talking about bargain bin games, the best bang for your buck. I love this game so much I'm going to talk about it again. Cave Story. You can get this game for $10 on the Nintendo DS. This is a great handheld game. You can bust it out, play it anywhere really. And for $10, some people say, well, it's a little much for that game. No, not really. This game is worth every dollar. I'd probably pay a lot more for it, to be honest with you. It's a classic. You have to check it out, especially if you're a fan of old games like Mega Man and the old Castlevanias. This game's going to take you back, except it stands on its own, and that's the best part about it. So check it out, Cave Story, Nintendo DS. If you don't get this and you have that system, I don't know what's wrong with you. Hey, it's that time again. I want to tell you about games you can play with your girlfriend. I'm a bit of an expert at this. I'm kind of proud of it. Lots of experience getting girls playing video games, and I found a little bit of a gem in my opinion here. I want to talk about Professor Layton, the whole series. Have you heard about this one, Maria?
Well, I know here at the store we have sold a ton of copies of it, and other than that, I haven't really played the game myself.
Okay, well, let me tell you about Professor Layton and see if you're on the same page as I am here, because you have the ultimate expert opinion here. But Professor Layton is a puzzle-solving game, essentially. It's got your traditional kind of European-style graphics, beautiful presentation, but the heart of the game is that you're going to be able to solve puzzles. So what you're going to do is you get the girl around the Nintendo DSi, and you get cuddly, and you're playing your game, and you're solving your puzzles, and you're working together, and you're building your relationship and your trust, and you're not trying to kill each other in the games and all this good stuff. It sounds like a pretty good game for a girlfriend, right? Exactly.
It sounds like a great game, especially the fact that you get to work together and it is a team effort and you get to be all cuddly and fun.
That's what I do. I think so. Alright, we can probably cut that last part out, right?